Hold on. Let me take a sip.
Hello. Oh, what you got? Some iced coffee today?
Well, yes, as you can see, the ice is melted, but I got an iced Americano, and so naturally, I can't stop singing espresso. No, you can't sleep, baby. I know. And I'm like, this is me. I'm going to be up all night.
That's it. I'm fine. I'm gonna actually have to be up all night, so I probably should be having some
Why? What do you got going on?
espresso.
Why? What do you got going on? What are
I've
you
got trivia from 7:30 to 9.
Right.
It's now that time of season where there's so many people. We've moved it back a half an hour before it's over for the season.
I have a request. Me in the back. Can we make like a post? I know we post them individually. Can we make like a new Lemonadio scheduled? Here's where everybody is all week and like by host. So I can like
nice.
pick.
Yes.
Or if you send me the info, I can do it for you. And then
I would love that
you can post. I'd be happy to.
My bandwidth right now is about a 0. Then I have to judge a karaoke competition afterwards.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Yep.
Only because I feel like things have shifted and changed and I don't remember who is where and what is happening. And I need like a clarity. So it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, who is where can I go?
Eventsoncape.com.
Oh, I'll just make a social post. I forget that like the internet exists. If it's not on Instagram, then I don't know it.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. I had that moment today when I was shadowing at the Copley Square Farmers Market today. And
cute.
I know. Well, it really wasn't. I'm not used to the city people.
No, that's how I feel every time I go to Boston.
Especially since it's like right in front of the Boston Public Library. So you see all the things.
Yeah, I do love that area though, because I worked like 4 blocks up. It's my favorite area of Boston, but it's also
a lot.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But the people working the market were really wonderful and like helped me like learn a few things, tips and tricks and whatnot. Because we had our first farmers market. Over 500 people showed up. We ran out of food at like 1:00. It was bananas.
That's insane.
Bananas. So great. I don't think it'll be as crazy this weekend just because it's not Memorial Day weekend and an extra day.
And beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah. It was like all of the perfect climate boxes were checked.
People wanted to be out and like doing their thing.
And I was thrilled for it. So yeah, I had a great weekend. How about you? How was your long weekend? Did you get any time?
I did.
Good.
Which was good. I started my little herb garden. And so far I haven't killed anything. And it's been 3 days. So that's good. I'm sure the storm last night sent at least my parsley through the ringer, but it's just a little in like like they're just little babies. So that's like everything I want to do right now. What else? I worked on Saturday. Oh, I went out on Saturday night.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Out, the Sandbar in Dennis.
Okay.
Public. That was fun. Went to go see friends that are in a band, and you wait in line for 45 minutes. So I just was like, this is so embarrassing as a local. Like, we should know better.
Right.
Why don't we know somebody to get into this? Like, I am in line with all the 22-year-old girls who like picked out their outfit. Like, I'm in a hoodie right now. Actually, the queen of outfits. Like, I am in a literal hoodie with the hood over my head.
I kind of miss those days, those like getting ready days where it was like an hour before you could emerge from your pod of getting ready to go somewhere.
Plan out the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we're like, where are we going? Who's going? Who's at what?
Sounds
Shanty
good.
first? Sounds great. Like, who's whatever, wherever I can get an Aperol. I don't care. And then Sunday I had a cookout at my family's house, at my sister's house, which was really fun. We call it Summer Thanksgiving because we do dinner and a cookout, whatever, at my sister's house twice a year. And my brother-in-law's favorite day is Thanksgiving. And then his other favorite day is when we do the cookout at her house for Memorial Day. So we just call it Summer Thanksgiving. So we get it twice a year. All right. That was really fun. Brought the boyfriend to meet the family. That was a big deal.
Yeah. Was that first time?
Yeah. Yeah. Which it's not like it's been a while and it's not like I was avoiding it. My family, it's weird to like just throw them in there. Mm-hmm. So this was a good occasion. So yeah, he got to meet my siblings. And of course he walked away being like, you make so much more sense as a human. And you look like your sister and talk like your brother. I'm like, well, we're related. So
Yeah,
that
right.
makes sense.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think he had a good time, and that was it. And then I went back to work yesterday, and today I woke up forgetting what day it is, hence why we have a late
God, I hate that. I know. I texted you and I was like, oh, she has no idea.
No.
New schedule, new things. We're getting there.
Yeah, it's okay. That's it.
Having a day, wet hair, don't care. I washed the dirt of the market off me and getting ready for my second half of my day. So
It's
espresso is going to be
summertime.
the neat. Yep, exactly.
There are no rules on Cape
Nope.
Cod summer, and it officially started already, so it is what it is.
It's here and they're
So,
here.
should we get into what's roasting? Is it too
Yes,
late
please.
for horoscopes? We don't care. The week's already halfway over.
Right.
Okay, perfect.
Well,
So
yeah, we'll bring that back next Tuesday.
Okay, so let's get into what's roasting. So the big news is Millie Bobby Brown and Jake Bongiovi. I'm pronouncing their name right?
Bongiovi.
Bongiovi. I still can't get it.
Right. It's Bongiovi.
Bongiovi.
It's like Bon Jovi, but with Giovi.
I'm never going to get it.
Either way, I still feel like they're way too young to get married. It's 20 and 22. I know that they are in love. I know that they've been in love for a long time. I know that Bon Jovi is a good example to set because him and his wife have been together forever. I just feel like it's way too young.
Times are just so different. And I keep saying this, that people have different experiences in life now that are not conducive to picking the same partner in your young years, your 20s, as the same partner in your 50s. I just think that the people are experiencing more things. It's not the same world. Women do not just get married and have children at a young age and put their entire lives into their family. Lives are different, right? And she in particular has had so many experiences. It's not that I don't feel like she's maybe not aware of herself and maturely ready to make that commitment. It's just that it feels a little bit like dumb. Like, this is not, and I want the best for them, but you have to understand that you are going to be a completely different person at 25, at 30, at 35, at 40, just at the pace of how the world works now. So are you able to really commit to the same person at 21, 22, 23 at their age that it's going to be the same person when you're 50 or 60? I don't know, but that's the point of marriage.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe they're walking into marriage differently, or maybe they're going to be an outlier. But it just feels like the cards don't play.
Yeah. Well, if they can grow together, then that's all you need. But you're just a vastly different human being at 25, 26, 27, 30.
I mean, you got married really young. You got married really young twice, right? Like, you're really young still the second time. How old were you?
24.
So, but do you feel like the world was set up a little bit differently to support you in that marriage at 24?
We already both had this starter relationship. You know what I mean? So we had kids already. So we were definitely in a different space at 24 than normal people are.
Yeah.
You know, I had one, he had two.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, well, you know, we're already set in the way we want to raise our kids and where we're at, and we're already in this family way. So it really was kind of easy for us to be together and be married for, 22 years we're coming on this year, which is insane to me because I'm mentally still 25.
That's crazy.
But yeah, for like being together, it's not easy. You have to work at it every day. And there are days where we literally had a food fight last night because I wanted to just punch him.
Oh my God. The last actual fight that boyfriend and I got into was over chicken wings.
Food fight in my kitchen last night.
Like throwing things at each other? Oh my.
One of the kids left the freezer open, and it was like the third time this month that something like that happened. And he got like so aggressive because he started throwing things out because he's such a germaphobe. And I was like, this is fine and this is mine. Like, put it back. And then he like threw it back, and then I threw it. And then we just started throwing shit at each other. It just happened. It got a little aggressive, but it wasn't like
all I'm hearing is that like it doesn't get better. So
it's work.
Poop man, whatever we want to call him. And I had we do date night on Friday nights. We get takeout, we do something. So this particular Friday night, I was at my brother's for a little while. We agreed upon takeout when I left.
Yeah.
Chicken wings, mozzarella sticks, grab me a salad. Okay? A variety, maybe some fries. I go to my brother's house. I come home. He's coming in with dinner, DJ's wings. I'm so excited. It's my pick, right? I'm so excited. And I open the bag and it's just wings. Just wings.
That's all.
So all I said was, did you really get just wings? This is such a boy thing to do. Apparently that was it. Apparently, because I didn't say thank you, I got the silent treatment for the rest of the night.
I love that we both had food fights this week. It's great.
Oh my God.
Mine was physical. Yours was a little different.
Oh, yeah. It's like we laugh because we're like, this is the biggest fight we've ever been in.
It's one of those things where you can laugh about it afterwards. And I feel like if they grow together, they'll be fine. But I still feel like 20 and 22 is a crazy age to be married. It's
crazy. I'm so glad I did not get married to the person I was dating at 20 and 20. Like
right?
20, 22, 23, 24, 26.
No, I did, and I don't recommend it because I had a child with him and I had to deal with his childish ways for the last 23 years. And I'm just so glad that part is over.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm good. Goodbye. Thank you for the daughter. Speaking of daughter, it looks like Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny.
On again, off again, on again. We don't know. They were seen together at the after party, the Met. I guess they're just fully back together and just not addressing it. She went to his concert. Now they've been getting drinks and stuff in Miami. So they're back. I don't really get the pairing.
Why?
I just feel like she's a very anxious person. She's way more down to earth, really. She's this incredibly top model who travels a lot, but I feel like her passions are really more homegrown. What she really loves to do, where she really finds herself, is like more quiet, subdued activities.
I think that grounds him.
Bad Bunny. I know, but maybe I just wish that she would. I think of all the sisters, I see her with a normie.
Maybe. And maybe he's like over this phase of his life. Like he's achieved the things he wants to achieve. Like,
I don't know. They keep breaking up and then he goes on tour and then she has some gig and I don't know. Side note, did you see that they're bringing back the Victoria's Secret fashion show, which I find so interesting?
Why?
After every iteration, because the people want it. Like,
give them what they want.
Right. Like, despite the fact that they tried something new, despite the fact that they tried more apparel, despite the fact that they tried to do this more realistic and representative body types and the whole thing, and maybe they'll still do some of that, they're now reverting back to the original show. And frankly, I'm a fan. I feel like you can't have an entire brand that's fantasy based and dream world based and then ground it in a sense of reality. Like, no, we want the obnoxious, crazy wings we know we're never actually going to touch or see in real life. Like, we want the ridiculous bodysuits that are full of glitter that actually are so ridiculously itchy and we would never wear. Like, there's something about that brand that's so aspirational that the runway show does really well that I think brings traffic into the store. Like, I want to think of Kendall Jenner in the little two-piece when I go try it on. And maybe I don't look as good as her, and that's okay. But I think about that aspirational moment where she's on the runway with the big wings and be like, maybe I can try it too. Maybe it make me feel like that for a second.
Okay.
You're like, no.
I'm like, no, I don't feel the same, but that's okay if that's what you like.
Well, why not?
Yeah, right. I feel like that's just more for me. I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. But you're more into fashion stuff than I am.
That's true.
It's more like a moment. It's more like a fantasy fashion moment for you. And for me, I just see misogyny everywhere, but it's like, just
that's separate. I just like the sparkly outfits. Let's be real.
I want to dress up like an angel, damn it.
Yes, exactly. I want to go back to a time where people were dressing up as Victoria's Secret angels for Halloween. Like, and the show was launching models to the top level who were then picked up by Chanel. Like, I want to go back to that era.
I definitely see it. Meanwhile, just a sidebar about her dad. Caitlyn Jenner says that there's a sort of, I don't know, they're scammed out of money. Did you see any of this?
No, but no, I didn't.
There was some meme coin hack, something rather, where they fell victim to a scam. I don't know how much money it is, but I don't know. She's got more money than God. I think she'll be fine.
And
with the
I don't know.
jewels.
Does she though? Like maybe she took home a couple paychecks from the original. When maybe Bruce came home with a couple paychecks for keeping up, but I don't know how much money Caitlyn actually has. Like, she keeps having flop after flop after flop of trying to insert herself in pop culture.
Yeah.
And her family's not really talking to her. She was supposed to come out with a podcast with, wasn't she supposed to come out with a podcast with Lamar?
Yeah.
And we haven't seen any episodes from that. I wouldn't be surprised if she's actually not as successful as people think she is.
Probably launched her Jenner Solana meme coin on Sunday through Pump Fun. And now 2 days later claiming that I guess the promoter she worked with owes her lots of money.
Well,
I
it
don't
sounds
know.
like the coin flopped because nobody actually gives a shit about Caitlyn Jenner. And now she's blaming somebody else. That's what it sounds like to me.
All right, what's going on with the J-Lo situation here?
So of course everybody's asking her about the Ben Affleck rumors, and she was doing a press tour for her movie. I don't even remember what movie it is. Atlas? I don't know, I've never even heard of it. Anyway, she's doing promo for her movie, and obviously a reporter asked her about it, and she turned around and said, "You know better than that." Which I think is super interesting. Like, maybe, but also like, did you think that question wasn't going to get asked, even though you're on a movie tour?
You know, I had a quick little conversation about this in the morning show today, and it just is unfortunate. The first year of marriage is very difficult, and I feel like they are under such a microscope of scrutiny all day, every day, that the smallest little fights or argument, like food fight, could be construed as like this big, egregious, horrible thing when they're just kind of asserting each other's boundaries of how they want their marriage to look.
I think it's 100% over.
Oh, you do?
I think it's over. I think he got into them. She sold him. I'm a family woman. I like to be grounded. And then he got married to her, and she was like, I have this job and this job and this job and this job and this job. And he was like, whoa, I like to chill. I don't like to be in public.
Switch, huh?
I think he was not fully prepared for how much she works and how much her brain is in her career. And then you add the pressure of like a failed album and how much she has to like double down on her stuff, right? And I'm sure he was like, it's not a big deal if your album fails. Like, we can just go home to
we lived.
Right. Like, we can just go home to our kids and our mansions and like call it a day. And she's like, nope, not good enough. I got to keep going. I got to grind more. And he's like, got it. We're on a fundamental different page here. Like, I want to get away from the public, and you are diving into it.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what's going on with that. Talk to me about this OnlyFans model situation, because I've got another OnlyFans story too.
We didn't really talk about, but they did the portal between, what was it, New York and Dublin?
Yes.
And then the girl came on and just lifted her shirt and showed her boobs to Dublin, and then the whole...
I didn't see that one. I just knew that the portal was going on, and I was laughing because like all the bros in Dublin were like mocking New Yorkers.
So the portal got shut down because some girl basically just went up to the portal and like flashed everybody to Dublin.
Yeah.
Right. So like public indecency.
Right.
But it got the portal shut down. And of course the pop culture moment was like, this is why we can't have nice things. Like, this is why you can't do this stuff anymore. Because somebody will come, make it inappropriate. We had a nice wholesome moment, and you ruined it. Well, anyway, she's coming out and saying, well, like, I'm proud of that because I made 30 grand. And I just want to say, girlfriend, you were a national headline. Probably international. I guarantee you this news was all over Europe. And you are proud because you made 30 grand.
Doesn't seem like enough money.
That is not enough money. If you were like 300 grand, I'd be able to understand. But $30,000.
Yeah, it kind of seems paltry.
Not enough money.
Yeah.
It's not enough money.
No, there was a story today that I was cracking up laughing about because it was this 72-year-old woman is in the top 1% of earners on OnlyFans.
Well, that shows you the clientele on OnlyFans.
72.
Shows you who's writing the checks to that service. I'm sorry.
Right?
It's like the modern version of like the webcam girls that would dress up in the little maid outfits and like pretend to clean houses and then strip. That's all it is. It's just like the modern version of that.
Yeah, right. But she makes 30 grand a month, just to put it into perspective for you.
And again, also like, I'm sorry, not enough for me. But
30 grand a month?
To each their own.
Okay.
Not for me. It would no to like if you were telling me this was a guaranteed paycheck to like be a little saucy on the internet, it wouldn't be enough.
For me it would, please. What do you want to say?
Oh my god.
I've also had 5 kids. No one's giving me $30,000.
Oh my god.
That is not happening.
Good
Although
old
maybe,
Lord.
given this 72-year-old lady, she's showing off in the photo right here, and I think I could do all right.
What think about like the clientele she has.
Yeah, I don't actually want to. She started talking about one of her clients was a 12-year-old boy, and that kind of gagged me. I was like, oh, I don't know.
Where is OnlyFans to be like, actually, that's not true because age of consent? Like, why are you bragging about that? That's like board. Like, isn't that illegal? Like, age of consent has got to be age of consent on the internet has got to be.
She
like
said
13.
she returned his $12.99 a month because she couldn't have it
because it was illegal. Thank you. Because he should not be on OnlyFans. He clearly lied about his age. It's like when you go to the website about the alcohol brand, you have to type in your age. Like he clearly just deducted 50
I am
years.
over 21.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God, so gross.
Okay, I'm calling BS. Something about this I'm calling BS. This is another one of those stories where I'm like, what you're putting out there and what's actually happening behind the scenes are different. And I see right through it.
Okay, so a little false advertising.
I just think so. Target is lowering their prices on 5,000 items, including groceries. And of course, they put out this. They're dropping common things. We know customers are feeling pressure to make the most of their budget, and Target is here to help them save more. Executive Vice President and Chief Food, Essentials, and Beauty Officer at Target shared in a statement. Our teams work hard to deliver great value every day, and these new lower prices across thousands of items will add up to additional big savings for the millions of consumers that shop Target each week for their everyday needs. I'm calling bullshit. Something about this is weird. You don't drop your prices on that many items as a PR move.
You think that they're just not selling?
I think something's going on. I think they might have hiked the prices to drop them to make a PR move, because I have been noticing that prices on stuff at Target, well, the one at Hyannis is terrible, but in general are actually Target. But they're actually like not that competitive.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of things that are more expensive than on Amazon, more expensive than at Stop and Shop, more expensive than anywhere. And like this, it's always felt a little fishy to me. So I think they're doing two things. One, they either hiked them to lower them to make a PR move, or they're taking a cut for another reason. You're not doing this for a PR move. I'm sorry. Second, I wonder if they're trying to compete with Walmart or something's going on.
Yeah, maybe that's the space that they're trying to compete with in the grocery store situation. But
or I mean, if Target Hyannis is any example, I mean, I think that there are some Targets that are absolutely great, and I think that there are Targets that are absolutely a disaster. I've also been to the one at South Shore. I've been to them kind of all over New England.
Yeah, the one in Wareham, I feel like does a really good job of stocking it and keeping it really clean.
But I think it's hit or miss.
I do notice that. Yeah.
But I also wonder if Target Hyannis, which is a brand new store, is having this much trouble managing and maintaining it. I guarantee you they're having that trouble across the board. If you can't staff, if you can't manage, if you can't create brand consistency across your buildings, even the small ones that should be easier to manage, you're probably having a national chain problem. And I wonder if they're trying to drop prices to continue to get consumers to continue to come back, because if your prices aren't competitive and it's not a good shopping experience, people are going to avoid it.
Well, we'll have to see on that one too, because someone will bust it. Everybody's into busting all of these things now. Yeah, it's like a true crime podcast everywhere.
I hope so. And then the other thing I threw in here, do you remember a couple years ago when we discussed how Katy Perry bought a home and then the owner, who was like 70 something, was like, just kidding, I don't want to buy it. And she was like, already signed on ink. You can't take it back.
Vaguely. We
reported this in a while ago, but the deal was signed, I think, in 2020. So she tried to buy this house, 1930s mansion, from entrepreneur Carl Westcott, $15 million in July of 2020. She wanted to use an 8-bedroom, 11-bathroom estate as her home. It's out in California. 93,000 square foot property sitting on 2.5 acres with an infinity pool, jacuzzis, outdoor fireplace, kitchen areas, 3-bedroom guest house, and overlooking the ocean. Stunning. The whole thing is stunning.
Yeah.
So she tried to buy the property. And then a week later, the owner was like, actually, I wasn't in a good state of mind. I had just had surgery and I was on all kinds of drugs. And therefore, I no longer want to sell it. And then since then, they've been in court.
She just got a hold of the house. Is that what you're saying?
Just got a hold of the house this year, week, which is insane. Yeah. After the day was finalized, Westcott, who was diagnosed with a genetic brain disorder known as Huntington's disease, attempted to rescind the deal, citing his mental incapacity. He filed a suit against Perry's business manager back in 2020, and the case went to trial. Waited until 2023 to get to trial. Could you imagine
having to fight somebody for 4 years to pay them $15 million?
Bananas.
It's just wild to me.
Bananas.
It's problems I will never understand.
Or just like, can you imagine being like, I'm so excited. I bought this home. It's my dream home. I've been searching forever. And then the owner being like, actually, never mind.
Yeah, right.
I take it back. And she signed the deal. She was like, I'm sorry. Your mental incapacitation is not my problem. Like, I paid you. I signed on the dotted line. You are legally required to keep up your end of the deal. You signed. It was your responsibility or your family's responsibility to make sure you were mentally prepared to make this deal. It is not my problem that you were not. You signed on the line.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm excited for her.
Yeah, problems I'll never understand for sure.
That's it. That's all I got for today.
All right. Get perky with us Tuesday and Thursday.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the First Shot Morning Show. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy your short week. It's a short one. Thank God.
I hear ya. Have a good one, everybody.
The First Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonadio. When life gives you lemons, make radio. We encourage everyone to listen happier.com.